Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be done with absolutely no makeup on. What you see is what you get. And I promise you I am not sweaty, I just have a ton of skincare on. And that is because today I'm going to be sharing with you my straight out of the shower / event prep routine. This is a routine that I like to do 1 to 2 times a week or whenever I have a big event coming up to get my skin and makeup ready. So it ensures that I have the absolute best makeup application for whatever it is that I am doing. And today's video is in partnership with Tweezerman. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I grew up with this brand. I remember always picking up all of my essentials like tweezers, scissors, brow razors from Tweezerman. So I'm really excited to partner with such a classic brand, and I hope you guys are excited as well. So if you're interested and want to see what my routine is, keep on watching. All right, I'm gonna jump straight into it. I like doing this routine straight out of the shower on clean, dry skin. So before any skincare is added, same thing with the body. I like to do this before I add any body lotions. That way I'm also working with clean, dry hands. And I always start with the brows first. So I'm gonna dip into the Tweezerman Huda Beauty collection. And I wanna show you guys the little makeup pouch that comes in the collection. It's a pair of lips, very Huda Beauty. And also included in this collection are a magnifying mirror, a pair of brow grooming scissors, large slant tweezers, small slant tweezers, and a spoolie brush. And the first thing I like to do, I'm gonna move this mirror over here to make it easier to do this tutorial. And the first thing I do is groom my brow hairs upwards. That way I can get a sense for what needs to be tweezed, shaped, trimmed, all that good stuff. And normally, out of habit with my spoolie brushes, you can see this one's straight. I usually just give them a little bend. I don't know why, I just like doing that. And then I just groom, or I brush the brow hairs all the way up. I recently groomed my brows, so they're not too crazy, but they can always use a little grooming. So once I've brushed all the brow hairs up, I can see what actually needs to be tweezed. So I'm gonna grab my magnifying mirror to really help me out and see all the little hairs. I have a large mirror here, and this works for general shaping and really just looking at your brows from afar to make sure that they're even. But this is great for grabbing all those little tiny hairs around the brows. So I'm grabbing the large pair of slant tweezers, and I'm just gonna start going in and getting rid of any of those little hairs that have grown out underneath the brows. And then for the tops of the brows, you wanna do the same thing. You wanna brush the brow hairs down so you can see what has grown out. And once you're done with that, you wanna brush the brow hairs back up because we're gonna go into trimming next. And you never wanna trim underneath the brow. You wanna just trim on top to get that really clean, sharp look. I'm gonna grab the brow grooming scissors next. I really like brow scissors that have this shape. They kind of look like a swan. To me at least, they look like a swan facing upwards. But the reason I like them is because it has this really flat side that you can lay against the skin to get a really nice even trim. So you want to lay the scissors flat against the skin and go underneath the brow hairs, the excess, don't go all the way underneath, just the very tip of the brows, and give them a little trim. For me, it's always the ends of my brows that get a little crazy. Just want to get that little excess off right here. And that is it for the brows. Moving on to shaving the face next. I do have an entire dedicated video on this topic. However, one thing has changed. In that video, I used a coconut oil to help with the slip and the shaving of the face, but a lot of you advised me in the comment section not to do that because it can further clog your pores. So now I just do it on clean, dry skin. I don't use anything to help with the shaving. And to shave the face, I'm going to be using another Tweezerman tool. This is not a part of the Huda Beauty collection. This is just something that I picked up at my local drugstore in the skincare tools section. This is the brow shaping razor, and these are great because they fold, so you can pack them with you to go. I usually have one in my to-go skincare bag when I'm traveling or gonna be doing a project outside of my own filming room, because I don't know what it is, but I always notice whenever I'm in the car on the way to whatever it is I'm gonna be doing that my stash has grown out, maybe have a little excess unibrow hair, and these really come in handy when you need a little cleanup, because it's always so embarrassing when someone else is doing your makeup and I notice in the mirror that the stash is like out in full force and I didn't even notice. So these always come in hand. And so I'm just gonna pop this open and give my stash a little trimming. I'm gonna show you guys how I do it on dry skin. So clean, dry skin. There's no slip to it, so you just want to pull back the skin and shave in a downward motion. I never go against the grain. I feel like that causes a lot more texture and could possibly lead to ingrown hairs. So I just go downward and get the entire stash. You can also make this face to really get in that inner corner. And of course, if you need to do the rest of the face, that's great too. If you need to further shape your brows, you can go ahead and shape downward. Just be careful, pay really close attention to not shave your brow off. Just work in little motions right before you get to the ends of the brows. I like to do it right here so it looks a lot cleaner when I do my makeup and my brows. This next step is by far the most satisfying, to me at least. I'm gonna be using this tool, also by Tweezerman. I've been using it for the past year. I forget what the name of it is. Hold on, I gotta look it up. It is I call it the blackhead whitehead killer, but it's called the no slip skincare tool. And it's dual ended. One side has a flat loop for blackhead removal, and then the other side is an angled wire, which is for whitehead removal. So before I discovered this tool, I used to be very guilty at picking at my skin very aggressively with my fingertips, removing blackheads and whiteheads, which leads to even more breakouts because you have bacteria on your hands, and you can also you can pop blood vessels around your nose if you're really aggressive with your fingertips. So this tool is a much better option, and ever since I discovered this tool, I only use this to pick at my blackheads and whiteheads. I don't use my fingers anymore. And if you have never used a tool like this, I'm gonna show you guys how. So what you do, and this works especially great after the shower when it's a little steamy and your skin is a little moist in the shower. I just feel like the blackheads easily are removed when your skin has that texture to it right now. I'm more so just dry because I'm filming in my beauty room. But post shower in the bathroom, works like a charm. So for the whiteheads, I'm gonna take the side that isn't flat, that's more of like a round wire. And sorry guys, I don't have that many whiteheads right now, but I usually wake up with, you know, a couple stray whiteheads on my face. But what you do is you just press it down on the whitehead. So there's one right here. Just press it down. And you'll just see all the gunk come out of the whitehead without you having to aggressively pop the whitehead. I have one right here on the side of my nose. Where is it? Right here. Oh my God, it's so satisfying. You can hear it pop. It's like a little, and the whitehead is gone. For the blackheads, you take the flat side. And again, this step works way better in the shower. You hold the nose back and all you do is just glide the flat side along the nose, and you can just see all of that nasty stuff coming out of your nose. It's so satisfying to me. So just go all the way up. And now that I'm done picking at my face, my final step in my routine is a mask, one that is hydrating and soothing, especially after all those extractions and shaving the face. I don't want anything that has like acids in it, nothing that is brightening or exfoliating, because I feel like that'll further aggravate my skin. I really love the rubber masks by Dr. JART, and they have a bunch of different ones depending on what your concern is or what you're trying to target. I'm going to be using Clear Skin Lover. It's my favorite one, and I just notice a difference when I take these masks off. My skin feels very hydrated, very plump. They also have Bright Skin Lover, Firm Lover, Hydration Lover, but I'm going to go with this one today. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this on. I'm going to put my very attractive headband on first, so it doesn't get in my hair. And you first use a little serum that comes in the pod. You apply it all over, and then you put the rubber mask on, which to me is the very soothing part of it. And you let it sit for 20 minutes, and you're done. Just over here getting ready to rob a bank. I think this mask terrifies Meeka. I just went to go give her a hug and she was just like, okay, it's been 20 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. It's so satisfying. The way this feels is so satisfying. Once I take the mask off, I just further work that serum into the skin, and just look at how bomb the skin looks. My skin feels so good, so plump and moisturized and juicy. It feels juicy. Okay, and that completes my routine. Now I just finish it off with an eye cream and a moisturizer. I'm gonna be using the Water Fuse Hydro Soothe Eye Gel. I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to the eyes first. And then for the moisturizer, I'm also going to be using the moisturizer from the same collection. This is the Water Fuse Ultimate Hydro Gel. And I keep both of these products in the fridge so that they're icy cold. It just feels really soothing. Right after a mask and after you've done your entire routine out of the shower, it feels incredible. All right, guys, that completes my straight out of the shower / event prep routine. Again, if you're doing this prior to an event, make sure to do it at least 1 to 2 days before, especially if you're going to be shaving your skin or doing any extractions, because you want to give your skin time to heal. You don't want to apply any makeup or anything like that immediately after shaving or doing extractions, because the makeup can easily go into the pores and cause even more breakouts. So give a little wiggle room if you have a big event coming up, especially if it's something like your wedding day. But this is definitely everything that I would do. I promise you, your makeup will look so good. I love the way my makeup looks 1 to 2 days after doing this routine. The foundation goes on so smooth. Powder isn't detectable. The brows look sharp and clean. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions at all, make sure to leave them down below and I will answer them as best as I can. Make sure to check out the Tweezerman Huda Beauty collection. And of course, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.